In today's session...
4, please.
I cut my hand.
Don't pay for mine, I pay for my own. Leave my name out of your damn paper.
Emergency contact, sir.
The sea.
Registration starts soon, but when do you get off?
Welcome to the Order of the Glaive.
If we all back out right now, we can net 20 gold each.
Please do not try to flirt with her. I promise you that there are more qualified applicants.
I think that's debatable.
Anyway, it seems all the questions have been answered.
I was having a conversation.
You don't have to pretend like you
Give
can
me a
read.
word.
Chartreuse.
If I saw that word in the law, I'd say chartreuse.
Pirate wolves captured a princess and they're holding her hostage. It doesn't say coast, it says cost.
There's something on the cars. I don't know what a wolf is.
No, you want me to go back to my group? You're out here trying to make friends, you're just gonna spit in my face? Who the hell do you think you are?
I've seen these are pirate plants.
Like I said, we need a name for our team. I don't want to keep calling it
Bucky
team.
and the Big Boys.
That's it, let's go. I'm gonna be more than a fine adventurer. I'm gonna be a hero.
A clock ticks. As our adventurers arrived in Vendaroom in search of work, they found themselves in the recruiting line tavern, surrounded by like-minded individuals. The boisterous blue dragonborn Sparks seemed to quickly find kinship with the young, aspiring swashbuckler known as Bucky. The two seemed to bond over their love for the sea, and claimed to make plans for the pirate adventure of a lifetime. The older halfling man, known as Finric, with his most notable attribute being the joke-cracking parrot that sits on his shoulder, seemed to be roped into the group despite much protest. Meanwhile, a cloaked man, known as Mal, moved about the room, attempting to gain favor with adventurers by showing off his abilities. Seemingly coming up short with several groups, he eventually found an invitation with the others and wished his newfound dwarven friend, Domrin, good luck with his group. The group then began to make their way to the Order of the Glaive, with hopes of starting their adventuring journey. Perhaps today our adventurers' lives will be changed. Perhaps tomorrow, their problems will be erased. But as for now, a clock ticks.
Alright, so you guys are in the recruiting line tavern, and you have 15 minutes until registration is due if you would like to join the Order of the Glaive.
I would like to join the Order of the Glaive.
Aye, I'll about to it. Let's grab our blood and seal it.
I don't think it's that kind of setup.
You don't sign these things in blood?
Well, I've never done one of these before. Do I need to give my blood?
I think it'd be kind of funny if you cited blood for all of us.
I've got no problem with it.
Okay.
I can sign in his blood?
I pull out my dagger and I hand it over to Cody, or to Sparks.
We need a hand for the location of this here table, where we're supposed to sign these documents.
I put my dagger away because he didn't take it.
Yeah, that's a shame.
I guess we look around for the table we can spill
I
our
think it was
blood
out. I
on.
think it was outside the door. I think
You
it was
just
across
leave?
the street.
You just leave this bar that we've been in?
Yeah, I think we sign up across the street.
Okay, I think I'm already outside because I walked out with Dover.
Yeah. As you leave the tavern, your eyes are naturally drawn to your right, looking at the wood-paneled walls of the headquarters building. Just across from the tavern, you see the training grounds, where you see a couple of archers collecting their arrows from targets, and a few men with swords and shields sparring. You approach the entrance of the building, opening a door to a spacious welcoming area with a fountain in the center. And you approach the welcome desk, or what seems to be it, to find the same elven girl that was just in the tavern, telling you guys that registration was soon.
Looks like a pretty rough and tumble establishment.
Why it makes it rough and tumble? It seems like everyone's practicing.
Sparks, you're really
Yeah,
kind
who are
of
you?
your voice really toned down a bit, didn't it?
Cody was throwing so much by that they just had to ask him a genuine question.
Hello, welcome to the Order of the Glaive. You appear to be dressed for adventure. Does this mean you wish to register?
4, please.
Aye,
Well, we have a reservation for 4.
Great. If I can just get your names, registration fees, and emergency contacts, you'll be all set.
aye. My name be Sparks Breakway.
Okay.
I
And
actually have these names written down.
Wait, I'm sorry. Did you say pay?
You spell that with an X.
yes, sir. It is 20 gold per
We have
person.
to pay you to do adventuring heroic stuff?
Well, it's the registration fee. We pay you per adventure, but
So you're saying that
and
we're
to
gonna
be
be
clear, you
reimbursed?
get your registration fee back at the end of your first adventure. This is more of it's to make sure more or less that you are not here to just get the ideas of where all the work is in town.
Arg, I have a confession. I'm broke.
I wasn't prepared to come and pay for anything. I wasn't anticipating doing
I'm
this.
supposed to pay them 20 gold to be a hero?
I think this is kind of a scam.
Perhaps this is where I can be of assistance. And you see a small gnomish man standing over, kind of on the side, not like hidden or anything, but just on the side. He's wearing a very neat pinstripe suit, and he's got a little notebook and a pen behind his ear. My name is somewhere on my sheet.
I don't like this guy. He's a loan shark. He's
a
trying
loan
he's trying to scam us. I've
My
been around
name
this kind of people before.
A gnome
Is
shark.
Carrywagon.
Gnome shark. Good.
I am with the Tales and Tales Journal, specifically tasked with finding strong potential new adventurers. If you're interested in my company, is prepared to cover the price of your registration fees in exchange for the rights to report on any adventuring stories you may have at the end of your first adventure.
I hate reporters.
I can't read.
That's
Arr,
no problem
little
here. We're
wagger.
just here to write.
Your name be Wagger. Nice to meet you, Wagger. My name's Sparks Breakway. Now, you're proposing to us right here that you're gonna record our stories, and in exchange, you'll pay for this here adventuring of ours.
Yes, sir. The first one, all the stories is all we want.
I'm sorry, I've got very confused with what your actual name is. Because whatever Sparks said, I don't think was even remotely close to what you said your actual name was.
My name is not important, but what is important is I am with the Tales and Tales Journal.
Tales, like T-A-I-L-S. Tales, like...
T-A-L-E-S and T-E-L-L-S.
Well, I
I'm
do.
sure you've heard of us.
I have actually. I read the newspaper a lot.
Then you're probably more in tune with our news and political outlets, but we also have our adventuring journal that is quite popular.
A good friend, Mal.
What do you think
He's
about
in
the
newspaper.
political
It's
climate in Blesswood?
periodical where they put various
that's
stories.
not really what I'm interested in. I'm more of an
notes,
adventuring
news
journal.
About the
Back
current
in my day,
events and,
the news meant
individuals
all the
making
news, not just
splashes
pieces of the
in
news.
popular culture.
Aye. And what be a periodical?
Periodical is a timely distributed
Don't worry, son. We'll-
piece of
I think
parchment
take his money.
disclosing
I
various
can't
amounts of
really care.
information for those to ingest and
I have a question for you, Mr.
Aye.
Reporter.
Weekly treasure
While our
maps.
party talks among
it's
themselves
exactly
about
like
this,
weekly treasure maps.
Aye. I like it.
I'm going to be interrupted by my own party member here while we're discussing thing. Cody.
Just the regret.
Sparks has a drinking problem. Arg.
It appears so. Got the accent I was doing for this
So
character.
how exactly do you will you be sending a reporter to follow us?
Oh, no, sir. We are here for the after stories. When you return with certain tales of your success and glory, just come back, report your stories, and that is our business.
I see no downside to this whatsoever.
Do we get a copy of them?
No, but it's your story.
That's
But
fair.
you don't really need. I mean, if you would like to, you can always purchase.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay.
No, hold on a second. Is this our story or does it become your story?
When you sign a contract, it becomes a shared story. Now, the rights of publishing and
You're putting your names in our tale, boy.
No. It is your names. You are the hero of your own story.
I'm sold.
How much gold do we see from this deal?
Whatever you get from your actual adventure, and then plus you don't have to pay your own registration fees.
So
we get that
so what you're
feedback.
saying is the 20 gold that we're going to spend now that we would get back, we don't have to spend it now, but instead you make all the gold from our adventures later on.
I don't think that's what he's saying at all.
I feel like that's exactly what he's saying.
I think
No,
he's.
that's not what I'm.
You're going to use our name, our reputation that we build as heroes to sell your papers, but we don't get to see any
We could
gold
become
from
the
it.
best pirates on the ocean through publicity.
As someone that reads the
This
news,
is the real piracy.
The lady behind the desk is just like, guys, I really just need a fee. Either you pay it or you pay it. I
We
don't
write our
care.
own stories.
But
I
if
don't
you want to
look
get
like
in, you got 5 minutes.
Hold up here, Mal. I don't understand what your quarrel is with this man. I don't see him holding cutlass or dagger.
I'm
to our
saying that we're
faces.
about to film Star Wars and we're selling off our merchandising rights.
I don't know what wars be held amongst the celestial beings above, but I hear a person willing to tell our stories for us.
as someone that reads the newspaper on a daily basis, I see no downside. Everyone loves the newspaper and reading all the information.
Pirate Man's right.
Yes.
Right, so it seems like we have a deal. Shall we shake on it?
All
In
of you
blood.
are welcome to sign.
Where's your dagger,
I'll
sir?
pay my own entrance.
No blood, please. I don't
pull
want
out
to
my
ruin
dagger.
this.
I'll take it.
I do not want to ruin the suits.
Can
please.
I cut my hand?
You are welcome to cut your hand.
Will I take a point of damage?
Absolutely.
I'm fine with that. I cut my hand.
Okay.
What was his gnome's
Mark
name?
off a point of damage. Sorry, what?
What was his gnome's name?
Carry wagon.
Yeah, not.
I'm pretty
Not-
sure.
Okay, I'm
Not
just gonna
whatever.
put
Cody threw me off.
Yeah, fair enough.
Cody just
Very
said something,
wagger.
like just random words.
He called him Wagger.
I took.
Wagger.
I was trying to figure out how to split it up, and I was like, it's either car or wagger. And
Well,
those are the two.
Mr. Reporter, I will gladly accept your deal.
And
on
I've
the-
got my
on behalf
hand
of
here
our
for
party,
you.
despite
And-
maybe going against at least one of their interests.
And he says, yes, you can just put them on our tab. And she just marks it off. She's like, okay, you are all paid for.
You don't pay for mine, I pay for my own. Leave my name out of your damn paper.
Okay, sir. Understood. Just to be clear, any sort of publishing rights, we will not be able to include any information on you. But if you change your mind later, we can.
My name, my likeness, that's mine.
I noted.
I only have 15 gold. Let me check how much money I
Figure
have.
out how to steal.
He looks at you a little bit curiously,
But a bit more.
and then he's like, okay. And then the lady at the desk is just like, okay, your name's emergency contacts, please.
My emergency contact, you can put as
Your name?
as my name's Fenric.
She writes that down.
Do you know how to spell that?
Yes.
Okay. If last name Fiddledoodle.
Got it? Mr.
Um,
Fiddledoodle?
Emergency contact. Go ahead and put my daughter-in-law, not my wife.
Okay.
Her name's Francine. Also Fiddledoodle.
Got it.
Um,
Thank you, sir.
do you need like an address or?
No, we have other means. You, sir?
That's creepy. I just walk off.
Magical.
I don't. I walk off muttering about how the government's tracking us. And
Nice.
We'll get to that later.
Bucky the Brave.
Bucky, Mr. the Brave?
what?
Okay.
Yes.
Emergency contact?
That's not how that works.
I would like to look at. Hey, what's your full name again?
Fenric Fiddledoodle.
My emergency contact is Fenric Fiddledoodle. He is my
Okay.
godfather.
Got it? Godfather, okay. And you, sir, you said your name is Sparks?
Yes, sir.
Mr.
Sparks
Breakway.
spelled with an X.
Got it?
Aye,
Emergency contact, sir.
the sea.
Do you have someone more?
Just put him under me as well.
Okay, thank you. And
We're cousins.
your name, sir.
I slapped down the only gold I have, which is 15. And just look expectantly.
Unfortunately, sir, the price is 20 gold per adventurer.
I meekly pull out a sling and put it onto the gold pile.
I'll make up the rest of that bounty there. He's a crew member, and the crew sticks together.
Okay.
I wouldn't have paid because I would have tried
You
to
can
save
keep
you
your
from
sling,
this.
sir. You can keep your sling, sir, if he is covering the rest.
5 gold it be.
Okay.
Thanks.
I'm not helping pay for that. I'm broke. This is my hard
And your name?
money.
Malcolm.
Malcolm.
Taxes for you.
Yeah.
Surname?
I pay
Any?
taxes.
Okay. Point of contact.
I look at you.
Fine.
All right. Quite the father figure you are.
Apparently, I've met these people once.
We call him Daddy Rick.
It's not my name.
I don't really call him that.
We're going to start.
And the gnomish individual says, "It was a pleasure doing business with you folk. When you return to town, I may or may not be at this building. If you spend some time and head over to the main part of the city, you will find our building there.
Right, I've been
And
there.
we can discuss the story and get your names up in the papers.
What's your flag?
No flag,
What's your-
but the tails and tails is what you will find us under.
Or what's your colors?
Mostly a lot of gold.
Aye. Well, about to it.
Okay.
Do you remember, by chance, you work in the paper, do you remember the Powerball numbers for today?
You know that doesn't exist.
The Power Egg numbers?
3.
Dang it.
So
I would like
balls
to
don't exist in this
Count on
one?
me answering the counter.
Power doesn't
Look at the elvish lady. One adventure, please.
Yes, it is time you make it over to orientation, and
Why-
it's good because we are closed for registration. So if you will just follow me around to this side room, my boss will take it from there.
I pull out my compass because I think that has to do with orientation.
Our characters are just 4 different movie tropes. Like, that's all we are.
Anyway, the elfish lady will lead you around to a room that's set up with some tables, kind of like a, almost like a round table, like a talk session type thing. But there's also like a whiteboard or chalkboard at the front of the room.
This reminds me of a childhood tale about this king. His name was, I don't remember, Smarther or something. He sat at a round table. There was some, what were they called? Like soldier people. And,
This king's barren.
well, it was a story from my childhood, kind of an important, like, my pappy always told it to me.
Alright, Pop.
About a man named Smarther who sits at
I
tables.
think I wandered off.
It with his
Anyway,
soldiers.
there's a bunch of tables. You see a bunch of familiar faces around the room. A lot of people that you saw in the tavern from earlier. A few unfamiliar faces as well. But
I don't recognize any of the faces, to be honest.
I mean, you saw people at the tavern.
But I don't recognize any of them.
Okay. Okay. There's a few open tables for you guys to sit at, and then there's plenty of standing room on the sides of the room if you prefer that.
Yes.
Anyway, you guys finding yourself a table?
Yeah,
Sure.
Sit down.
I'll
Go
sit
find
down.
a table.
We'll find ourselves a table. Hold on, I need to look up jokes real quick. Sorry, I forgot.
So wait, hold on, guys. Question: whenever you guys
This is
brought
how
me
we're gonna
into
do it.
this, whatever we are now, you said that we were going on a pirate adventure.
You're going on an adventure with pirates.
Aren't the Glaives like heroic adventurers and stuff?
Pirates
Are
are too.
pirates not yet? I'm with the little lad on this one.
No, I don't think pirates are heroic adventurers.
Freedom, adventure,
Glory.
gold.
Gold!
Yeah, pillaging, looting, murder.
Sorry, unprepared.
Not
It's
sure
okay.
I've ever done any murdering.
You've never murdered anybody?
Violence. Oh,
Nah.
that's
I think I still see some
Stuff.
dried blood on that harpoon of yours.
fishes. Don't count.
Alright.
As you guys are walking in, you see at the registration table, all of a sudden, like you see the elfish lady, there's like a stack of papers on her table that it looked like she was filling out the registration forms. all of a sudden she just like all of them fall over onto the floor.
I don't know how that happened. That's weird.
I'm gonna go over and try and pick him up.
I don't. I walk away from it as fast as possible.
Thank you, sir.
So how much chaos?
I can take care of it.
No, anything that I can do to help, I am here to help.
How much chaos has this caused?
Thank you.
You're more than welcome.
How distracted are people right
She's
now?
like, do I know you from?
Nope.
Also,
I feel like this is the love.
I swear you look familiar.
I make him all a nice, neat stack, and just nod and walk off before that conversation ends.
How distracted were people by that incident just now?
I mean, it was really just you four, and then the reporter and the elf lady in this
Okay,
room.
fair enough.
I was distracted.
I'll look
Me
at Mal and I'll say,
very distracted.
You ought to ask her out, boy.
Do you actually think so?
I think so.
That's me. I'm the little one.
She fancies you.
I feel like she just thought I was somebody else and kind of confused me. But do you think that she, like, if I like, do you think that I'm like a desirable person? Do you think like I could actually like?
Yeah,
I don't know. We just met, but like with like who I am, do you think that like maybe?
The other ones, I don't think.
You look at her like she's a sea boy, and she'll see you the same way.
Yeah, I
Look
don't
at her
understand
like
all
a-
of these metaphors.
Sorry,
about
sorry.
the sea.
Look at her like a sea boy.
Once again, I don't even know how to swim.
All right. You go up to her.
Okay.
You say all sorts of things you can make up about how pretty you think she is, right? You compliment whatever you see.
Okay.
And then you say, can I buy you a pipe, right? Just like that.
I'm prepared
I'm
now
gonna
to
try it.
jokes.
I'm gonna go back up to this elvish woman.
Yes, sir. Do you need anything?
My face is even more covered, but I like try to saunter
This reminds
over
me
very
of the
stylistically.
time.
Okay.
And, like set my
I was
elbow
working at,
on the counter.
Fast
Sir,
Tables,
orientation's going to
where I
begin
work.
quite soon, or do you need something?
He's got time.
We I was
your
helping stack up some
eyes
papers.
are as
And,
full and deep
Well, I think it was
as the sea.
it
I
was,
wink at him, like I give him a thumbs up, like he's doing a great
from my
job.
coworkers.
My lady,
She kind of looks down and is
What's
like,
so funny?
yes, they are. Thank you.
well, Fanny
Registration
was,
Yes, they are.
stacking up
starts
the
soon,
papers,
but when do you
and, she slipped and
get
they
off?
fell out on the
I
floor.
don't mean to be rude, but I have a lot to do right now.
No, I get it. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That was stupid. Okay. All right. Thank you.
I just bury my face in my hands. I'm just like,
Personally walk away.
Kid. I very sheepishly give you a little punch on the shoulder. And then I
Eventually,
just awkwardly walk away.
eventually, a stout dwarven man walks into the room and he sets down a stack of papers on a
He's pretty
desk
stout.
and he
And
turns
dwarven.
to the class. Dwarvish.
The class.
Welcome to the Order of the Glaive.
Are we in school?
My name,
Dwarvish.
my name is Thalen Ledhart, and I am the head of procedures here at the Glaive. We'll go over the organization in a minute. Before I want to begin, I want to put out a disclaimer. When you join this group, you are signing up for adventure, and with adventure, sometimes there are consequences. Those consequences aren't always good. Many of you, if not most, will die on a journey.
Yeah!
Some of you will face worse. If you are not prepared to say goodbye to your loved ones, perhaps this is not the right path for you. There's no shame in that. If you would like to reconsider, you will get your money back, but
Yes.
this is your last opportunity to walk back out that door.
Hey, well, I huddled the guy. Guys,
I raised my
if
hand.
we all back out right now, we can net 20 gold each.
I like plunder, but I want to hear the
You're talking
words
about the 20
he
gold
has
we
to
just
say.
spent?
Exactly.
20
It's not.
gold
It's not our gold.
wagger
We
spent.
get 20 gold back.
It's not getting it back. We just didn't spend. Just
This is piracy.
We'll get our gold if we
I
listen.
raised my hand.
You're backing out?
No, Mr. Ledhart, I wanted clarification. You said that we were seeking adventure, but also at the end of this, should we survive, we will also be heroes, correct?
Well, of course.
No more questions.
I raised my hand.
No more
Yes.
What if
Go
we?
witness.
What if we accidentally were to kill someone? Would we still be heroes?
No, and we do not approve of that, and we will discuss that in further detail.
Wait, no killing people?
I mean, you were assigned adventuring tasks to kill certain beasts
Yeah, if they're
and
bad
creatures and
people.
sometimes bad people, but no, we do not kill civilians or...
Oh, okay.
I just said, but theoretically, he had said that if we came back, we'd be heroes. But like, what if we
I'm
did?
raising my hand there.
If you kill civilians, you're not a hero.
I see. I get it. I understand.
What be a civilian?
Bad ones is gray a little bit.
What is
Okay,
you have
these
to be
are all
really sure.
questions we can answer at the end of orientation. Are you in or are you out?
that? In!
Okay. Well, then let's get started, shall we? And he begins to explain.
He's the only one. He's the only one that responded.
I assume that everybody else was just...
No, I think no one else said anything.
No, I don't think they had to say anything. I think that was
Exactly.
just-
The Order of the Glaive is presided over by its owner and founder, Dendis Treasurehood. The day-to-day operations are presided over by the head curator, Lyra Quinreth. Her assistant is Estra Enro, who you have all already had the pleasure with meeting with. And finally, there is me. Lyra takes care of the procedure and organization of assignments, payment for tasks, and is the main contact for adventurers regarding the details of quest. She is a very busy woman, so when you meet with her, make sure you be direct and be prepared. Estra focuses on the maintenance of the job and rankings boards, while also serves as the public face of the organization at our welcome desk. Please do not try to flirt with her. I promise you that there are more qualified applicants have tried and failed many times before you.
I think that's debatable. I think that there could be a very charming and handsome person, perhaps right here.
Continues.
I'm married.
My job has me
before
running the
us.
orientation for new recruits, being available for questions about the rules within the Glaive, and being an arbitrator for disputes between groups. I also take care of upkeep of the Glaive's facilities. If there's anything you need or see that needs replacing or upgrading, feel free to let me know. Yes,
You have a toilet?
of course.
They're just making sure.
Now, you have all been given clear pins to show that you are rookie recruits, and you see that there's clear pins sitting out for you on your table.
Clear pen, like a click.
Yeah, and you see them, and it's the Order of the Glaive. It's like a little
it's a
safety
lapel.
pin.
Oh.
And it's got the logo of the Glaive on it.
What color do we get when we're good?
You remain as rookie recruits until you complete your first job, at which you will earn copper status and earn a copper pin.
What is
So
a
it's
clear?
clear,
what
like
is it-
glass-like?
How do we see it?
Pretty much glass.
So it just
yeah.
blends into our clothes. That seems dumb.
It's got the logo of the Glaive.
I'm gonna
that is
pin
all-
it
color's
through my
the logo?
skin on
Black.
my chest.
Um,
No, I'm not gonna do that. I don't want to take another.
Once you
20
achieve copper
damage.
status, you have an opportunity to complete more quests and, of course, can advance to silver or gold status from there. As rookies, you will be given access to all the facilities within the Glaive headquarters outside of the silver and gold lounges. You'll be allowed to claim only one job at a time. There is a 25 gold P to remove your pin from an unfinished task, so choose wisely.
Is it 25 gold P?
Once you complete your first job, you will be paid the reward listed on the job board minus a 20% commission for the guild. Your registration fees will also be returned to you at that time.
That's the pirate.
So you're taking 20% of our plunder.
Yes, sir. We need to maintain our facilities.
Understood.
Why don't you just do like donations? My church does donations.
That's well and good for your church. We have a business to run here.
No, so does the church.
Upon completing a task, report back to Lyra with results of your mission. If Lyra is unavailable, speak with Estra, and she will see to it that your work is recorded. Once your mission is proven complete, your reward will be paid out by Lyra directly. Do not request payment from citizens or locals on your adventures unless agreed upon prior to the acceptance of the quest.
Just like that.
Be aware that while you are part of this organization, the world watches. This can be both a good and a bad thing. We expect you to uphold yourselves as heroes.
You don't think
If
the
you are
world
reported
watches
to
all
have
the
dishonored
time, you
someone
gotta
while
know that.
representing the guild, you will be punished via fine, suspension, and or termination. However, if you prove to be honest and proper adventurers when traveling, you will be acknowledged and rewarded accordingly. If at any point you
As
wish to have your
heroes.
adventuring status suspended to pursue tasks outside of the order, you are welcome to. We ask that you notify us of your plans so we can be in contact in case of emergency. Are there any questions? Yes.
Okay, now I need to know where the restroom is.
It is. I will show you when we do the tour of the facility.
I don't know if I can wait that long.
Now, you said Lyra's our contact for Whitner.
It's okay, I'll find it. And I get up and leave.
Um,
If I can.
I mean, you can go out the door you came through,
Okay.
or you could try to go through the door he came through, which was on
No.
pretty much at the front of the room.
I'll go
you're
out the
in.
door I came in.
Okay. Yes.
When you said that the world watches, does that mean that like us specifically, or
Sorry,
just like the
excuse me.
Glaive in general?
You gotta shut
Uh,
that out.
you-
Yeah, I guess I could just.
When
go
you're walking the
through your
streets, if you kill
legs,
someone,
kinda.
they will know.
I'm a halfling.
When you're out on adventure,
We might
and
be.
you,
I'm not
if you
sure.
dishonor
I think he said
someone,
there
you
was
will be
standing.
noticed often.
Now,
in the room.
again,
What do you
I'll
think
ask,
we are?
what's Lyra's job again?
People.
Lyra is the head curator. She is in charge of receiving tasks and being more or less the all-knowing overseer of the jobs here. She also does the payment and is your main contact.
When do we get an adventure?
I will show you once we finish this part of the session.
And Esther's job and contrast to that real quick, one more time.
Estra is more or less the her assistant and also serves as the public face. And he hands you a pamphlet, with all of this information, so he doesn't have to repeat himself for everything, and I'll tell you later. Yes.
Do we all get glaives?
No. We do have a general store with many weapons you could purchase, if indeed you would like a glaive.
Sparks takes a pamphlet and starts thumbing through it.
Can you read?
No, he's trying to find the X.
Okay. Yes.
Is this a pyramid scheme?
No. Yeah. No.
No, yet no.
Triangle scheme. I've heard of these
This
two.
is an adventuring guild.
Open
Have you
down
guys not
dimensions.
heard of us before? Why are
No.
you here?
I have heard of you.
We don't know.
I just didn't think I would have to pay
You all
someone.
have heard of them before.
I just thought that it would be more us getting paid than us paying for things.
You literally have a one-time registration fee.
Someone go tell Isaac.
This
I would
is
like
the
to
one
go
that
up
started the
to
trend.
Esther.
Estra.
I don't know about
Estra.
I don't think that's true, but
Well,
I'll,
you
I'll
were,
let you
uh,
cop the blame for
No,
me.
you wore
I go up there
I don't
in a
know
non
what
like creepy,
That's true. I definitely did.
non-sexually
But I didn't set it
intended way.
But
I
did.
just say,
Okay.
"Hey, sweetheart, I'm looking for the bathroom."
Yes, just over there on the left.
Okay, thank you. What do you think about that Mal guy?
Seems fine.
Good.
Looks fairly familiar, but
You think he's cute?
to be honest, I'm not really interested.
I feel you. Yeah, that's what my daughter-in-law always said about my son. And I just walk off. Bet towards wherever she pointed to the bathroom.
Okay.
What a weird.
I'm looking out for you, man. I'm looking out for you.
I appreciate it.
Thank you. Once all the questions are answered,
Okay, am I back in the room?
I probably have like 6 or 7 more questions.
and to be clear, there are a couple people asking questions, a little less weirdly directed than y'all's. You'll overhear things, just clarifying details and things like that.
I try not to like machine gun them,
Mm-hmm.
but every
He's
now
asking
and then-
questions in between.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now there's a large board that they said that adventures will be posted on.
Yes, and I will show you those in just a moment. Any other questions about administration?
I have a question for Preston. I think you already answered. So we rank up through the glaive by what, completing missions essentially.
Mm-hmm. You are a rookie until you complete your first adventure,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can then you become copper. When you become copper, you get a few more benefits. And then you can get to silver, and then you can get to gold, and then platinum.
Do we see a pin on Balaam?
No.
Hey guys, what I miss? Cool.
Adventure.
Hey Mal, I talked to Estra for you.
Yeah. What did she say? Did you say something about me?
She said she's a busy person. She didn't really say anything negative about you. Just more of like, she's kind of busy.
I think she'll be impressed once we move up through the ranks, which
Well, you
I'm
know,
just gonna fly up
You
those.
can't spell impressive without Mal. Press.
Yeah.
So you got to keep pressing.
The demigod press.
That's what my pappy always told me was keep pressing.
Anyway, it seems all the questions have been answered.
I was having a conversation.
Let's have a tour, and then you can enjoy your time in the lounge however you see fit, and select your first adventure. So he starts walking you through the facilities, points out the bathrooms, walks you
important.
through. Sorry, what?
So that's important.
I've already
important?
seen the bathrooms. Don't worry.
Shows you like a barracks
Very
area
clean.
where you guys. There's a bunch of bunk beds and stuff like that. Some of them look claimed. There's also a bunch of foot lockers around them. Some of them have like names on them, but there's a fair
Is
amount
there
of
a
ones.
ladies' foot locker?
Nice.
Is anyone paying any
Thank you,
close
thank you.
Walks you past an armory where there's a guy standing behind it, like a salesperson. There's an upgraded general store where he points out you can buy things like potions if you need to, and some slightly enchanted, but not too
Who's in
bad.
the general store?
Just one person.
Came out pretty good.
Do they look attentive?
He's behind like a wall, isn't he? It's like
I mean,
it's
like a
the
desk.
evidence room at a police station.
More or less, yeah. I mean, he's not like, it doesn't look like he's armed or anything like that, but like,
But is he paying attention?
more or less. I mean, there's a big group of people walking by, so like, he's not like making sure he looks impressive or anything like that, but he's a salesman at a adventuring group headquarters, so.
I'm gonna let this slide.
He points out Lyra and Dendis' offices. Pretty much just says, don't try with Dendis, he's never here. And then points out that Lyra has like a sign next to her door that basically just points out whether or not she's with someone. And not to bother.
I know. I'm familiar with that.
Finally leads you guys down a back hallway towards the Copper Lounge. And there's a big copper
There's a lot of police
door. And then about 10 feet down the hallway, there's a big silver door.
For sure.
And about 10 feet further down the hallway, really it's not 10 feet, it's more like 30 and 30, there's a big gold door.
Is that
Across from those doors on the other side of the hallway, there are a big bronze job board. Kind of like a pushpin cork board.
actually?
Same thing in front of the silver and same thing in front of the gold.
I'm gonna gesture at the coppers. I'm gonna rule that place one day.
Can I look over at the golds?
It's real far down the hallway at this
High
point, like
expectations.
I got some.
really far, like from here to the end of the fence.
Can I like sneak off?
Maybe. Give me a second. Here's the copper board, where you can put your claiming pin on to mark your desired task. Remember that once you mark a task, you cannot switch tasks until that one is completed, or if you would like to pay a 25 gold switching fee. Yes?
What if we have a conflict of interest?
Then don't claim that job.
What if we don't realize we have a conflict of interest until after we've started?
Speak with Lyra. Anything regarding that she could probably handle.
It seems like you can't really answer any of the questions I have.
Anyway, you guys are in front of the copper board,
That's fair.
and
You should ignore
this is what you see.
Handouts.
Handouts.
And if you do want to sneak off, everyone's kind of looking at that.
Yep, I'm
Okay,
sneaking
wait.
off.
What are these?
And to be clear, it's just a hallway at this point. It's not like anyone's guarding anything.
Yeah.
Are you trying to sneak off?
I'm trying to sneak off.
Okay.
What are all these dots?
Yeah, what are all these?
Stealthily?
Yeah, I guess
Stealth
so.
check.
Hey, dwarf heart. Sorry, I forgot your name.
Thalen.
Okay, I'm not.
You refer to me as Thalen, or
Okay.
Leadheart is the last
Lead
name.
heart. There you go. That's what it was. What do all these dots mean?
So, to you, they're real obvious that they're push pins.
Oh,
Some of them are copper shaded, and some of them are clear.
I understand.
Oh, so these are people already doing the
Yes,
job?
so those are people that have already, or groups that have already claimed jobs.
I see only this one empty.
Yeah, that seems like the kind of one we don't want to do.
What's
seems-
your stealth, Elliot?
That seems like the kind
16.
of one that's gonna get
Okay.
us killed.
You can make
Yeah, it doesn't seem like anyone's paying attention. You walk
I
down,
just want to see if there's any like jobs of significance on the
We could find a bird.
so you pass to the silver board, no problem.
Okay.
I'm
You can definitely see
Cockatrice
that.
is Venice.
If you want
one of
to,
those.
you
Oh, no.
stop and look at that, I assume.
Yeah, for a little bit.
And
I'm
at
definitely
that
more
point, if you're
I don't think it's-
trying to sneak back or if you're trying to sneak further, we'll have to
I like
check
this
again.
one because all we have to do is get herbs. I'm familiar with that.
That's
so we can
for cowards.
eliminate.
Yeah, but
I'm
the other
a
ones are gonna
man.
get us killed.
I'm a man.
Anyway, you all will have plenty of time to look at this and make your decision. Let me get you into the Copper Lounge real quick, and you can see the rest of our facilities, and we'll end the tour from
I
there.
thought we were clear.
Yes, but you're using the Copper room until now. We do not have a room just for rookies.
It would be like made of glass or something.
He's
Right.
okay.
These
Glass.
these ideas are free. Don't worry.
Okay, well, I'll consider them, and he pretends to write something down. Anyway, if you have not put on your pins yet, now would be the time, and he actually pulls out a red pin that is just like you guys'. So he wasn't wearing a pin, but he pulls out a red pin.
That was.
And it's got the glaive on it. He attached it to himself.
So you're only copper, I see.
And it's not that color at all. And he shows that the area that looked like a door is not actually a door. It's actually more of like a almost like a force field area with a copper barrier. And he says you will need your pins to be attached if you would like to enter the room. This keeps it from outsiders obviously coming and bothering you. And you may enter the room. Yes, I didn't think there was an opportunity for a question there, but...
What if I lose my pen?
Then see Estra, I'm sure she will be able to find you another, so please don't.
How many pins can we have at once?
One.
Okay.
He walks in the room, and the rest of the group starts filing in. Are you still at the board?
I assume I tried moving on to the gold by now.
Wait, there's more boards?
Yes. At this point, make another stealth check.
Ooh, dirty 20.
Okay.
Oh, it is a dirty.
So it was a
You
one.
keep making your way down the hall.
Sweet. Yes.
More like a dirty.
What are bugbears? They're the
And you can actually just
goblin-looking
hang on to
things.
this.
Big goblins.
No, they're made of bugs.
Big goblins.
So he leads you guys into the room, and I guess he just doesn't notice that you're not with the rest of the group.
So.
And as you guys walk in, there's a fair amount of tables set up. There's kind of different sized tables. A few standing tables with no chairs, a few with some chairs around them. There's also some side rooms that some are occupied. They almost look like kind of a study room type of thing. At the back ends of the rooms, there's a bar on one side with no bartender, and there is a kind of an area with just like a bunch of couches, and there's actually a pool table. And then on the back of the room, there's another job board that seems to be like a mirror image of that one, like a magical thing.
I'll walk
And
up
then
to
there's
the bar.
also another
Like 10.
board similar to that one. There's another board similar to that one, but with sliding almost like a scorer's thing at a golf tournament where you can pick up and move different names and stuff, and it's got a rankings list, which are these.
Oh god, it's more small
While you guys are
text.
looking at this, I'll say to no one, I'll have what he's having.
I'll follow you over to the bar.
And see
Can I
what
find
happens.
them? Once I'm set up
Yes.
Okay.
Is the
That's lame.
I have a question.
Anyway,
Mercenaries.
let me just finish this out real quick.
Fine.
This is the Copper Lounge. You are welcome to use these facilities at your leisures between
James.
quests. We have no strict requirement for using these facilities. We do ask that you be mindful of the cost of upkeep, as you are expected to pay for your share of the facilities through completing quests. Anyway, if you have any further questions, you can usually find me in the orientation room if I am not somewhere else within the walls of the headquarters. I wish you all good luck on your adventures.
Okay.
And Thalen kind of lingers a bit, but looks like he's trying to walk out.
The
And I assume you have made your way back by now.
the bar.
Yes.
So there's no bartender.
No.
But it is stocked.
Yes.
So I'd like to walk behind the bar.
And to be clear, there are people around it, but they're just like grabbing their own drinks and
Right.
stuff.
Sure. I'd like
None of
to.
them filled me up when I said I'll have what he's having.
Oh,
No,
did you go up to the bar?
I'm gonna
Okay, I
help. I'm
didn't
gonna
hear.
help you out here.
And there's like, serve yourself.
I'll walk behind the bar and I'll say, "All right, kid, what do you want?"
You look. What's good?
Never had a drink in your life, have you?
Tell me the specials.
I take a quick stock of what's in the bar, and I see
Wine, beer, ale,
I'll
we have
have
beer.
a mead.
mead. Yeah.
Okay.
It's not like the best bar you've ever seen, but it's got basic basic alcohol, not liquor.
I'm gonna uncork the whatever
Can I see this?
barrel.
No fine
of
wine, to be
mead.
clear. Just
I'm
some
gonna share these.
Pour it
cheap
into a
wine.
stein.
These are just.
I'm gonna hold it and not drink it.
I'm gonna hold. I'm gonna put it there. And
That's
I'm
stuff
gonna.
that I know.
Can I find like a sprig of some kind of like mint or something?
No.
At the bar?
actually.
It's just like-
It's a nice bar for free stuff.
Sure.
'Cause usually you don't find that a whole lot.
It's
but
not. I can't be making a cocktail. I look around for like a sprig of mint or something else that I can adorn the beer with, and I don't find anything, and I just put it right there in front of you.
Nice.
And then I don't get a drink for myself.
Yeah. I'm just gonna hold on to that.
Just tuck it away in your bag. Preston, well, never mind. I guess I'm not talking to anyone in particular. Hey, team.
Huh?
I don't respond.
And I should be clear, there's other adventurers.
I don't care about that.
In this room. Some of them are from your group, but there's also just some with copper pins
We're in
and
the
some with
Copper
clear pins on
Lounge?
them.
Are we in Copper
Sweet.
Lounge?
I want to talk
Yes.
to some copper dudes.
Why are we allowed in Copper Lounge if we're not copper?
I've already asked this
You
question.
missed that explanation.
Oh.
Preston,
Yes.
I have two questions one question before I talk with the party. So as a researcher, I would probably know some history of the country.
Yes.
Can I recall some cool? So here's what I'll just explain.
What are you trying to think
I'll explain
of?
what I'm thinking out loud.
Okay.
And I want to come up with a fun name that has some reference to do with history, as like that I can present to our party as a name, as
Okay.
like, because there's some one on here that's like. I want to think of a name that has a callback to a historic event.
Okay.
One of these groups is just
Make
called
me a
Bad
history
Well,
check.
Halfling Fest has occurred in this universe.
At one point, Halfling Fest has occurred. That's correct. And as a Halfling,
Are you really
if
big
I'm
in
familiar
Halfling
with this,
Fest?
I didn't pass.
I mean, you can think of a lot of historical events, War of Five Hands, the Rift,
Right.
but right now there's not any clever names or anything
Is
like that coming
Halfling
up.
Fest?
It doesn't really come to your mind really
Thanks.
quickly.
Yeah. Or 8 hands, because there's 8 hands between us.
Party. I think we need a good adventuring name. I see on this chart that there's a lot. They kind of like cool names. Like one of them's is named James.
Just James.
That's all it says. Yeah, he's a gold. He must be pretty
Probably
cool.
just one guy.
Some of them are missing and suspended.
It
which
actually does say the number of party members.
So there's just one guy, just be Jane.
It is just one guy.
Yeah, it's just James.
He's only been here a year, which is kind of impressive. He's already gold. Anyway, what I was gonna say was we need kind of a cool name. So I'm trying to rack my brain here. I'm a historian, in case you're not familiar. My knowledge is kind of failing me right now, but I think we should come up with a cool name.
I feel like we should probably successfully complete a job before we make a name.
Well, but like you see all these people, they all chose the same name, and I feel like that's kind of unoriginal.
Well, half of them are missing.
I mean, they all chose N/A as their name.
N/B.
N/B.
We may not earn a name until we're copper. We're just
No, I think everyone chose a name, so those people chose that name. They're just very unoriginal.
I feel like that's.
It seems a little bit associated with bad service as well. None of them have graduated. You don't see any of these higher names. Seems like there's a strong correlation.
I
Okay,
agree.
only two
No
of us
way
can read.
you know the concept of correlation.
It's fair.
I can
It's
read.
fair.
Can you read, Bucky?
Yeah, you two can't
Yeah,
even. You
I
can't
can
even read.
Some.
Okay.
I can
How much is
definitely.
some?
I can definitely read. So
Not a book,
I'm.
but words.
Do you like? I'm not. You don't have to read if you don't want to. It's not a. I'm not shaming you or anything.
Oh, I can read.
You don't have to pretend like you
Give
can
me a
read.
word.
Any word?
Yeah, any word.
Chartreuse.
If I saw that word on the wall, I'd say chartreuse.
He's got me there. Okay, it's okay if you can't read. I'm just
Mal,
saying,
I have the sneaking suspicion we're the only people in this party that know how to read.
It's not a bad.
I
It's
can
not a
read.
bad thing. I'm sure they're good at plenty of other stuff.
I can totally read.
You don't have to do this.
I can read.
Okay, you can read.
Anyway, like I said, we need a good party name.
I think we should prove ourselves good at anything before we give ourselves a name.
I'm pretty good at darts.
Yeah.
I bet he is.
I also
There is a dartboard.
I met you guys.
Oh no! don't test me on that. 'Cause I don't know if I'm good at
It's over
darts.
near the pool table.
We've known each other for like 45 minutes. I feel like we should get to know each other before we make a name.
My name's Finrip.
I know Finry.
Oh. Have I told you the story about King Smarther?
Yeah. You didn't make it sound that
He sat at the
engaging.
table. Sounds like that's all there is to the story.
Yeah, I kind of side with Sparks.
I told you the story already. Oh.
I think we should pick a job.
Yeah. So I was reading. Do I need to read these jobs out loud for everyone?
Aye.
This one has a lot of money.
Be there any with ships on them?
Well,
Coast.
There's a coastal one.
Yeah, there is a coastal one.
Coast.
And
Ooh, that sounds like my cup of tea right there.
And we'd be saving people. It's a good name to make ourselves, heroes.
I do want to save people.
they do want us to slay Sahu again.
Yeah, that sounds weak.
I don't even know what that is.
You don't know what a Sahuagin is.
Okay, I figured I wouldn't know what that is. I didn't know what that
I
is.
want to go up to the bar and
Sahuagin is not how it's pronounced,
It's
but
like Sahu.
you might know what the actual thing is.
I would like to poke one of the guys at the bar. Would
You know,
mind
I
telling
mean,
me
you
what
would know
Sahuagin
that was.
is?
Are you purposely mispronouncing it?
No, I don't know what
Sahuagin.
Sahuagin.
Man, that's hard to say.
Sahuagin. Hello
Don't
there.
do this.
Welcome to the Sahuagins.
Cody, make a nature check,
Oh my.
or survival, or history. All of those would kind of be.
Your survival must be better than your intelligence.
Hold on.
No, he's pretty.
Survival,
Ain't that the
nature. Yeah, we're going with survival.
Is that just? That's a
Oh, that's pretty good. That's a 19.
Very good.
Yeah, you've definitely heard of Sahuagin. You've actually probably fought a few. They're more or less fish people, and they don't. I mean, they more or less terrorize ships,
gonna
but
die.
more often actually will go and attack civilians on coast.
What are my thoughts on Sahuagins? Like, am I afraid of them? Am I?
I mean, what you choose to feel about them is more of your choice.
That's fair.
But you're not friends with them at the very least.
Sure.
They're dangerous creatures from your dealings with them.
Okay.
So what it says on the
Sahuagins aren't to be trifled with.
what it says on the bounties, we get 50 gold for each one that we kill, and then if we clear an area, we get 1,500 gold. Sorry, 1,500 gold.
We've got to clear these out.
Well, we can just theoretically we could just kill some and then leave.
How tough
But if
are
we
these
clear the
things?
area, well, then we get money.
They're tough. They're not easy. But perhaps we can take them.
I think we should do something.
Are they especially vulnerable to anything like fire? Oak is not.
You wouldn't know.
I think we should
Fillet.
maybe do
You hit
something
them
a little.
hard.
Filleting?
Yeah.
Are you good at filleting?
We should do something a little less dangerous.
I think you're a coward.
Yes, I will take that gladly. I'm a coward that's lived to be the ripe age of, I don't remember how old I am, like 100
120-ish.
120-ish. The ripe age of 120-ish.
I don't think we're
You're
going
a
to move up to
child.
copper by taking on small tasks.
Well, I think we might if we just keep doing a bunch of small tasks. Then
You actually get to copper just by completing
right,
a
just by
task.
doing one.
We literally any
I
task.
won
I'm going to go
this
complain to
place.
Phelan.
I mean, if you
Oh my
look at
God.
the the list, all the people marked as rookies have no completed tasks.
Right.
So one of
I
them.
think it should be more stringent. I go complain to Phelan.
Okay, you go back to the orientation room.
Yeah.
And he's like, yes, sir.
Phelan, I think there's a problem with the system.
Okay,
We're letting too many scrubs through.
you're probably right. How do I know you're not one of them?
Well, you don't yet, but you will. And once I'm at the top, all this is changing. Because we can't have weak people moving up through the ranks, getting lost, and having us have to go save them. Seems to be a repeated problem. I've been here for 10 seconds and I know that.
I admire your indignance, but for now we will stick with our policies, and if you prove yourself to be a fine adventurer, then perhaps we'll talk later with a little bit more two-sided dialogue.
I'm gonna be more than a fine adventurer. I'm gonna be a hero. I'm gonna walk away. Just like moving my
What do you guys feel about just going and like killing some
Yeah.
wolves? There's just one on here that's just like kill wolves and bring their pelts back.
No, I like this because we could make cool pirate clothes out of the wolves.
Now you
And
want to
then
pirate
go
adventure
for
boy.
fishing.
You said you wanted to go to sea. Sea wolves.
You're the only one that can read it.
Sea wolves.
All right, fellas, here I have
You're
it.
getting the hang of it right there. I like this
Also,
one.
I didn't talk about this before I went off dramatically, but I can't swim, so this coaster might be a problem for me.
Oh, I'll teach you how to swim.
You said that before. I feel like it could be very.
All right,
difficult.
listen. Here's I have a listen. I forgot. I didn't read this one job. There's a job on here. Sparks, you might like it. You as well, Bucky. It's some pirate wolves captured a princess, and they're holding her hostage.
Make a deception check. And you guys can make some insight checks.
I've read the list. Though.
You would know he's lying. They haven't.
read.
I rolled a
I got a 5.
18.
You also get a 5.
I got a 4.
18.
5 and 4.
Some wolves have stolen some princesses,
Pirate
guys.
wolves
Pirate
have
wolves.
stolen a princess.
I'd like to look at Sparks suggestively.
As they're talking, can I just be like, "What job is this actual?"
The collecting 5 pelts, number 2.
I believe that there's pirate wolves
With a princess.
with a princess.
Now you don't care much about princesses.
Better
Listen,
go catch
I bite my tongue.
Rick.
I think this is the one that is gonna get us not killed.
Rick.
I bite my tongue.
On that on that billboard right there, does it say that these pirate wolves have a ship?
No, that's all it says is pirate wolves.
Well, I don't know much about pirate wolves. Is it likely that they have a ship?
I mean, they are pirate. Are you a pirate and have a ship?
Not currently.
But theoretically, sorry, you might not know what that word means. Yes, they probably have a ship somewhere. All right, I think it's settled. Where's I'm getting kind of nervous with all the questions being asked.
But the other one it says that
No, pirate ship. Pirate
you
wolves.
mentioned that there's something on the coast, right?
Oh, that one, I think actually we misread it.
Oh, what's it say?
It doesn't say coast, it says cost.
There's something on the coast.
It's kind of an intellectual term.
What do you say to this, Mal?
I just nod. I don't say any words. I just nod.
There's some salty sea dogs that need clobbering.
Wolf. See, yes, literally. They are literally salty.
Where
sea
are
dogs.
these wolves?
Can I make a deception check, because I think I'm really bad at lying, and I just mouthed off to Thalen about how they need to be difficult jobs. We're choosing a freaking easy one.
Sure.
I feel like I shouldn't just get away.
I
with
mean,
this.
the thing is, right? I mean, with how poorly they rolled originally, they're unless you're just
Sure.
like really poorly doing it.
No,
yeah,
I
like
know
they
an
got nothing.
awesome job.
I'm gonna pull Mal aside because I recognize that he's very, against this, I think. So
He can read.
yeah, exactly. I'll say, you two pirates be thinking, strategizing, and I say you two pirates, and I look at Bucky very specifically when I say pirates, and I pull. Me and Mal need to talk about something real quick, and pull him out to the side.
I say we clobber.
Mal,
Never let
listen,
me
I know.
I
haven't
just feel
killed
like
any pirate
we're diverting from a
I'm
mission
not
that
gonna
is
back,
currently
so-
affecting people to go
Everything
hunt some
everything.
animals.
Oh, I've seen
Mal, here's what's gonna happen.
wolf with
Okay.
a hat.
They're gonna want to go on the coast
With a hat.
and fight the The mermaid people.
Very
fish people.
We will die.
Take the hat off.
You can't even swim, Mal.
Oh, I hear you, but like there are other jobs on here that are like actively hurting people, like the kobolds. Like they're like harassing
sure how
people.
to do
and
this.
stuff.
The other one's more.
But instead we're just gonna fight some animals?
Dangerous.
All we have to do is get up to
Those-
Copper, and then we can still do one of these other quests.
We can only accept one at a time.
Right, so we just kill some wolves, and then get up to Copper and come back, and then we can do something you want to do.
But the wolves aren't gonna hurt anybody at that time. But the kobolds could have run through however many people that passed through.
There, look, there's other people doing every other quest, except for the carrion crawler one, and that will probably definitely kill us.
Now it used to be a bigger scar. It's just not really.
It just doesn't seem
visible
pressing to
anymore.
me. But if you really feel passionate about this, then fine.
I feel passionate about not dying.
Perhaps
I feel like we could take
lure-
kobolds.
We lure him into a trap.
Which one is the kobold one? In fairness, I haven't seen it.
It's 12.
I'm not sure what that is, but we find whatever the gold that the wolves want. We lay a trap for them, and when their ship rolls into the bay, we come out.
I think the
running.
kobold one is reasonable.
Yeah.
I think I might be willing to
Run their
compromise,
ship.
but
Storm
we
them
have to
hard,
get on page.
Kill the wolves.
They're pirate
bring their
kobolds.
pelts
Okay, yeah,
back
yeah.
Deal?
funny
Yeah,
as
sure, that works.
Shake
the
Mel's
gold.
hands.
Absolutely.
All right, pirate fellas.
Arr!
The two agreements for such opposite ideas.
We've misread.
Same freaking line.
We've misread the board again.
Can we make an insight check? Okay.
Say what you're gonna say, and then we'll have some.
They're not pirate wolves. They're pirate kobolds.
Oh, that's good. Oh, that's real good.
That makes more. I don't know what a wolf is, but that makes more sense. I've seen pirate kobolds.
Off the table, real quick.
You know what.
You
a
know
wolf
what
is.
wolves are.
Even if you've spent your life at sea,
Yeah.
you know what a wolf
You know what a wolf is.
I didn't know. Well, I guess I know what wolves are. Okay.
There's no chance you have never heard of a wolf before. Now, pirate wolves, yeah, that's fair.
That's new to you, but
Okay.
lots of things are new
Okay.
to you.
Okay, it's fair.
Anyway, are we rolling
Yeah.
against?
More insight.
Do I need a new stealth check, I guess, or deception?
Yeah.
Do I have to? And if I miss it?
17.
Yeah.
Oh shoot!
Nat
dude.
20.
Wait, I'm doing an insight check?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, 12.
Nat 20.
I also got a 12.
Arg, I think I've heard of pirate wolves. I fought them back
No,
in...
these are pirate kobolds now.
At this point,
But
like
what
what he's
about pirate
saying.
wolves?
I've misread.
Like-
I legitimately wasn't listening to what they were saying.
So what he was saying, like he was telling you about the pirate wolves, or he was telling you about wolves, and he was telling you about pirate wolves, and now it's just this other thing that you don't even know about. Just like you don't know how to read, you don't know exactly what's going on, but there's definitely something changing, maybe fishy about this.
Got it.
I thought there was a distinct lack of fish. Also, the problem with pirate wolves is they're deceptive. How do you know they're not pretending to be pirate
Kobolds?
bulbs?
You know, it's probably exactly that.
Because if a pirate wolf takes off its hat, it's just a wolf.
Now at this
you're
point,
free
you
to
notice
believe that as
the
much as you
elves
want.
from the tavern earlier. They're actually at a table over, and they're kind of looking over and snickering at you guys.
I go over to those elves.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna point blank.
You seem to be lying to us, mate, and I don't take very kindly to that sort of thing.
Aha! Pirate kobolds.
Pirate kobold.
We get 50 gold
Aye.
for. Here's what it says:
Alright, there's three of them,
Lay bare
and they're elves.
everything.
I go over
Everything on the
like
table.
to
You bet
I thought
you
they
guys
were
are
going to
kobolds,
show that I'm
not bears.
angry and I'm trying to defend their honor.
I
want to go over to
ignored,
the elves and be
I
like,
ignored Bucky.
what job are you guys thinking?
What's it to you?
What it says is that there
Just
are
curiosity.
kobolds.
Don't want to go on the same mission, you know.
If we kill them,
Aye.
we
We're
get
still thinking
50
about
gold for each kobold.
Have
that
you
we
considered going on this mission to go?
kill. I'm not. I don't think it's along the coast.
Fight these
It's in the ocean.
Sahuan,
It's near the landing zone,
Sahoygan?
Sahoygan.
which might actually
Yes,
be
we've
further
think
away from
about
the
it.
coast.
We're
But-
between
ocean?
It's possible
And he
that
kind of
they
looks over
could
at
be
like
pirates.
the guy who's kind of look at him with like, why are
Although
you talking to
they
this guy?
are probably
He's like,
not.
Look, we'll probably go
They're
through your
probably
night if you
not
really
pirates,
want to
no.
know where we're going, but
Why do you want
Look,
to
just
go after
don't bother
these
us.
kobolds?
Okay.
Well, I talked
Thought
with
you
Mal
We're all
about
here in
it.
the Glaives. We're
Aye.
comrades now.
Mal
What
wants to
we're not comrades.
help
are you
people.
talking about? We're in the Glaive.
We're at best business associates.
Well, that's fine and good.
But
I want
as far
to
as I'm
be
concerned,
seen.
I don't know you.
Well, there's none of these options.
You don't want to
give
get
us
to know me.
to see.
I'm not good enough
How
for
about
you.
you go back to your
Is
little
that the
friends?
problem here? No. You want me to
My
go back to my
Rascals is
group?
there.
Let's go to the
Ignore
second.
You're out here
Forget
trying to
the
make friends.
pirate
You're just gonna
wolves.
spit in my
I'm-
face.
how can I
Who the
know
hell do you
pirate
think you
wolves?
are?
I'm gonna be a bit more specific.
Who are you?
I'm hoping
What are you?
to come
Some
across
sort of
a ship.
druid?
It doesn't necessarily need to be
What's a
in the
druid?
Where did you
ocean,
train?
What's
But
a
along the
druid?
coast might be fine.
What are you then?
Now,
My name's Malcolm.
maybe there's a ship.
What do you do?
Probably
Show me
not. I
something.
wouldn't expect
Anything.
You show me
But
first.
either a ship
Asking
or
me a
along
bunch
the
of
way, you better be
questions.
getting some
What makes
gold.
you so cool?
Now you say there's a lot of gold with these kobolds. Fair enough. I respect
He
that.
looks
I
over
might be able to get down to
At
that.
Darn.
Spark.
I might be able to
And,
I might be able to get darn for that.
he kind of twists his hands
Darn.
and like all around him some plant starts
Is there anything
growing up
more
around him and
gold
kind of grabbing
than
your
these
legs.
kobolds?
Sparks,
Aye.
make me a dex save
What?
with disadvantage.
Was that?
Oh, that's in that one.
Right around your legs, some vines just start wrapping around them, and they just start really digging into your side, and you're trapped.
Aye. What's this now?
It seems like if you were to try to pull away, it would really hurt.
I
back up.
I've seen these are pirate plants.
He's just like, look,
Hack them.
how about you go back, help your friend get out of his little mess, and we won't have any more trouble.
You want to pick a fight with us?
I don't think you want to pick a fight with me.
The floorboards be crawling, boys. Look for magic.
What's your name?
For you, Elwin.
Elwin. I spit on the ground and walk away.
No, it's not the time.
I'm gonna start hacking those vines. On guard, mateys.
Hey guys, we need to get to copper for those pricks.
Give me a Arcana check.
Him?
You, yeah.
Oh. Oh. Not an Arcana boy.
Just
anymore.
know all this could have been solved if Cody hadn't rolled a nat 20
This is 6.
insight against me.
We
wouldn't
recognize
even have
there's
this
some sort of
conversation.
symbol on his, like his
None of this would've
studded,
happened.
or not studded, or his
We would've been paying
leather
attention to
armor he's
that.
wearing. You recognize it, but you don't know what it is.
Okay, interesting. Okay.
Hey, Sparks, I don't know what's going on with these vines. It seems like something weird's happening.
As
I
you
know
walk
that
back-
you started lying to me.
As
about
you
there's
walk
things
back,
going out of the
he
ground.
kind of
I think
twirls his
something's
hands,
happening
and
with
the
him.
vines around
You're not going to start to commit
the
mutiny,
vines around
are
him
you?
recede.
Alright. I do like the check
vines-
yourself
The
nod
vines just
over
receded
toward
on
him.
your legs.
That's
Sparks,
what I thought.
the vines are gone.
Okay.
Yeah, we were paying attention.
Yes, seriously though.
Alright,
Seriously
be a
though.
back.
Seriously though, like actually though, we need to be better than those guys.
So,
Who are those
pirate
guys?
wolves
Oh,
or
the-
fishmen? on
Don't
the
look! Don't look!
cost?
Don't look at them.
Oh, don't look.
Or is on the cost.
Mal, we're having some issues here.
Yeah, we're having issues all over.
I
the
think
place.
I think Bucky's on board with whatever we do.
I've started drinking the mead now.
Good.
Okay.
What's happening?
Is anyone drinking these?
No.
No.
The mead.
We seem to be running into an issue where Sparks wants a ship. I'm trying to reason with
No,
him.
not necessarily. I just would rather go to places where there's a good chance of finding one.
I feel like that's later on. Like, guys, we need to just move up in the ranks.
Hey,
coastally?
I don't think that's our primary goal,
Hostile.
but sure, if it comes up, sure.
here's the thing, Sparks. This is me not lying to you. I think there's only one thing on here that talks about going to the coast. That's the one where we're fighting the Sawagan.
Aye.
That's the only one.
Now, I'll make a deal with you. I
see
like
that
deals. We go to your little coal barn. We get some practice. We get the boy, buddy.
Get the blood. Yep, get the boy, buddy.
We get the boy bloody. So he's not green no more. I learn if I can trust you. We get what he wants.
So you would know that 4 and 9, and you, because you're from Cooster.
I am.
Um, That's a
I'm
port
actually-
city.
Yeah.
You're from
So
Custer.
it's
Well, I'm actually
it's
from
in
town,
that
so-
direction. It's not actually like I mean the
The other
actual
ones are
jobs
on-
aren't
those are on
the
the
coast, but those are definitely near the coast.
Yeah, I don't make that.
I would know
I don't
some
make
of them
that
are near my
available.
hometown.
Sure.
I don't make that information.
Yeah, I guess if the word Cooster comes up, you would know that.
Especially not the one with
Nice.
the rust monster. That's definitely the one I don't bring up. Sparks, it seems like we were making a deal, and I think I'm willing to accept your deal. I wasn't paying that much attention, but I agree.
Just to make sure you guys are clear, like each of the little circles represents a
Correct.
different group marking it.
A group, not a person.
A group.
I thought each of us got a pin. We only get
No,
one
no, no.
pin
You got
collectively?
pins for yourself to wear so you can get into this lounge. You have a push pin that is separate that you use to mark a
Does it
task.
have our name on it?
No.
How do they know it's ours?
Magically tethered
Okay.
for convenience.
Cool. Oh, I was gonna take all their pins out.
So, as I have remembered, and I knew this already, but maybe I didn't make it clear to the party that can't read. And I kind of look at Bucky, but then kind of quickly glance away at Sparks specifically. It seems like these little pins you see here on the board, and I point to them, are different groups that are already doing the same adventure. So there's
Which one's our sea adventure?
the one that's along the coast.
I
That's this number 11 one. There's 4 different copper groups doing it. Seems like us rookie groups wouldn't do that one. But see this one down here, the number 12, or I point to number 12 because you don't know maybe what numbers are. See, look, there's only 2 copper groups and 2 clear groups. So we might actually stand a chance of maybe meeting some allies.
In my experience, the other people that work here are jerks.
And I kind of think, yeah, I look around, I'm like, I agree. No,
Alright.
I look at Sparks too.
I agree. We get some experience, and then very soon after that, we go to the coast.
Sure, whatever.
I'll agree to that.
Glad we have to make deals within our own party for.
All that matters is that we made
It's a
decision.
plan.
We're gonna go fight kobolds,
Democracy.
and
You're
then
big into democracy, Sparks?
Freedom.
It's not
Alright.
not what democracy
That's right.
necessarily entails.
So we're gonna go fight kobolds, and then Sparks, you want to go to the sea, the coast, and we'll find a job somewhere along there. All that matters is that we beat this other group because they're jerks.
Okay.
We get what he
Nobody
wants.
be friends with them.
You get what you want. Later, I get what I want, and he always gets what he wants.
Let's just be clear for the record. I don't want to be here doing any of this. But if I have to be here, I'm gonna try to make sure that this is running.
Let's
Do
make
you
it a
have?
sharp
Do you
quick
have?
trip
Are you?
then.
Do you have to be here?
It's a long story.
Okay. You don't have to.
So let me just get this.
He's my godfather.
Like actually.
That's not true. But apparently I'm all of your
Bucky, do you
emergency
have family?
contracts.
Contacts.
Yep.
Is this like you saw because you can read?
No, I have a family.
Okay. Do I believe him?
Make an insight check. You can
12.
Oh wow.
make a persuasion or deception, your choice. Or based off whether or not.
Do the same.
What?
7, 10, 12.
Oh.
12
I mean-
12.
Tie goes to the runner.
Seems like he's got a family.
I have a family.
Cool.
Even if he doesn't have a family, I mean,
Doesn't matter.
if he is, he's not really lying super hard about it, but, you know,
Sure.
maybe.
You wouldn't know when they go to another town.
Okay. Cool.
You're pretty sure he's not his actual godfather, though. You kind of pick up on that.
Gotcha.
We're ready to set sail.
And yeah, not literally, right? Okay.
Aye.
I just walk off. Don't care.
By the way, you have the pen for the group.
Okay.
Esther handed it.
Seriously though, those guys are jerks. And then I let them walk off for a little bit.
I guess so. I look around. I was like, do I just poke it? I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, the copper board had a bunch of push pins that you could have.
Well,
put yours on there.
I'll just poke number 12 then. Put our little
Okay.
pin on there.
As you push it, it kind of like it resists for a second. Then once it goes, it kind of sinks and holds itself in.
Okay. Cool. So we just like leave now or something.
You say his name was
I say out loud to
Sorry,
no one in
Elwin?
particular.
Elwin.
I'm already walking away.
ELWIN.
Okay,
I'll
can I go over
sign
to
and say
him real quick and
Sure.
be like, "Hey, I don't like you, but what you did was really cool. You called it a druid stuff.
Yes.
I always just said nature mage or whatever. I don't know, but like, is this something that you could like show other people? I know that we're
Run
not
along,
friends.
little buddy.
We're not friends. No. I'm not saying that we're friends. But what I'm saying is that there's stuff that I could learn from you, and that's valuable to me. So screw you. But I would also love to learn something. We don't have to talk now. We'll talk later. You jerk. Goodbye. And I walk away.
He doesn't say anything. He's just amused, but
Preston, can I remember a historical tale about kobolds that I make up here on the spot? So that because I imagine you don't have.
Sure.
anything
Yeah,
prepared.
you might have some on that. Go ahead and make me a history check.
Yeah, 16 plus
Sure.
something. Well, fellas, this remind. What? I did look at my phone, but
Okay.
I was gonna pull up my character.
I just thought you were just like, yeah, the 16.
Yeah, it's what time is it? Well, fellas, this reminds me of an old tale. This one's true about kobold invasion in I forget the name of the town. It's not really that important anyway.
I'm listening.
And I guess we're just walking out.
Yeah, if you guys are walking out, if you want, you could go try to speak with Lyra if you want more details on the quest. But
Okay, that's the way we're gonna head towards
Okay.
as we're walking, and I'm telling the story.
Okay.
So
Hope it's a quick story. Not a long walk, but go ahead.
you just interrupt me when you think we're there.
Sure, go ahead.
So the story goes that there's a village. The village was a village of humans, and they were very selfish humans. They hoarded a lot of wealth to themselves from neighboring villages.
You get to the room, and or you get to where you're an eye shot of the room, and Lyra's office has a "Do Not Disturb" sign up on it.
I am not paying attention to the Do Not Disturb sign, so I am just continuing to walk towards that
Okay.
area.
I'm gonna. It's a door.
Yeah.
And as one of
it's
the,
her office, so yeah.
I'm
there's a
gonna
door.
make a knock on that door.
as one of the
The one with the
two people in this
yeah,
party. that
okay.
know.
Yeah.
You knock on the
Can't
door,
read. I know.
and you hear the words, "A minute, please. I'm with someone."
I look at Elliot and I'm like, sorry, lad.
This is a different lady.
Different lady.
You can actually see the other girl.
The other one
I tried
was
to look
Estra.
cool. Just
or
like,
something.
but like casual.
Esther.
Okay.
No, not true.
She's filing papers.
Well, while we're standing there waiting,
Messing around with.
Even though her eyes are obviously not on me and doing work like a normal person,
Yeah.
I feel like she's there.
Okay.
so these humans were very greedy and they hoarded. They asked for a lot of taxes from the nearby villages.
Hi.
One day, this little fella came into town wearing a cloak. His name was like Troji or something like that. And he came into town and said, "Hey there, Mr. Mayor," something like that. I'm paraphrasing here. He basically got on the mayor's good side and asked the mayor to show him his
At this point, the door opens, and four presumably adventurers start walking out. You actually recognize. You don't know their names, but you recognize them from when you were at the tavern earlier.
not the people that Elliot was trying to talk.
No, not the elves and not Domrin's group. It's a different group.
Cool.
Specifically, you see an orc and a gnome, a halfling, and a dwarf.
I nod to the halfling.
I know it's all of them.
They
Very
just
nervously.
kind of nod and walk off. Presumably Libra comes to the door. She's like, yes, how can I be of assistance?
Oh, sorry, I was in the middle of telling a story.
Okay, then can you come back when...
No, I'm ready.
No,
I'm
no,
sorry.
no.
We were trying to start a quest.
We're ready to go kill
Yes, which
some
quest?
kobolds.
The kobold one, number
Give
12.
me okay, copper 12. Okay,
How do you
yes,
know
the kobolds, yes. What information are you looking for?
Where?
Supposedly
What are
they're,
kobolds?
little dragon.
No, I know.
like
I'm sorry.
people.
It was a joke. I'm sorry.
What do you need?
Where? Where are they?
They're in the landing zone area. Probably part of it is kind of figuring out exactly where they are. Presumably, there are a few traveling parties that have been more
Any
or less
word on their
ambushed.
numbers?
What?
Any word on their numbers? How many?
Don't know their totals, but at least 3 or 4 have been part of the ambush. They go back to their own hiding place when they finish, and they're a few miles just once you get into the landing zone shadow.
And they were taking gold.
Desert area.
Do I know
Landing
how to
zone,
get to the
ocean?
landing zone?
Landing zone, you guys would all know it is the area underneath the floating city, near the Crystal Crevice where the city was.
Because theoretically, if the city were to land,
Yes.
Do you know how much gold they've taken?
It has never landed, but if it were to land, it would fall right
in
onto
the
that area.
landing zone.
Do you know
This
how
is
much gold they've
foreshadowing.
taken?
We don't have money, but considering the money that was offered for return, probably somewhere at least in the 50 to 100 gold range.
You know what the deal with that dwarf fella
It's
is?
probably not just gold. It's
The
probably
stout
more
one?
personal
The
pieces. Sorry, what was your question?
Well, I said, you know what the deal with that Leadheart fella is?
He is our operations manager.
He seems like kind of a dick.
No, Phelan's like one of the 2 cool people that I've met here.
I'm sorry. Do
Is
you
he
have
the
any more
stout
questions
one?
about the quest? I really have plenty of work.
Do they have any connections?
What kind of work
with
do you
any
have
sort
to
of
do?
higher dragons we need to know
Don't
about?
bother the
I'm
one.
sorry.
She's trying to do
What
work.
was your
Do
question?
they have any connections with any important dragons?
Not to our knowledge.
If you need some
Thank you
clerical,
very much, miss.
if you need some clerical
Thank you.
work done, I work at
Speak with
Valiant's
Vestra.
Fables. And
Come on, Rick. We've got to be going now.
Lyra,
Lyra.
is there transportation to get us there quickly?
We do not provide that. We do have all of the Vun in the country have an agreement to allow adventurers to use our teleportation circles at a discounted rate of only 100 gold. That is only if you have a quest in the area which you are seeking. If not, you'd have to pay the normal 1,000 gold transportation
teleport
costs.
my ass.
And then, of course, there's plenty of traveling coaches you can use.
Yeah.
Probably a much cheaper,
Right.
but slower.
Yep, we're totally capable of teleporting.
Ourselves. Right.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Or even at all. We'll, I guess, make our way there.
To be clear, she wasn't implying necessarily that you can teleport, but they could teleport you from their teleportation circles.
That's very cool.
All right, fellas. Sorry, Lyra, to bother you. You seem like you're very busy. Like I said, if you need help doing any kind of, I work at a library,
Yes,
so I'm
thank you.
familiar with things like this. So
any
I
other
understand
questions?
Probably kind of the extent of
No.
things that you
Yeah,
have to
Lyra,
do. And I might be able to assist a little bit in the future. If you
I asked
need to.
Thalen
guys is
earlier,
ready to go.
and I don't mean to take up too much of your time, but is this a pyramid scheme?
No.
Are those animal
It
crackers?
feels
thanks.
a little bit like a
Yeah.
pyramid scheme.
No, it is an adventuring guild.
I just want to make sure that this is the right place that I can.
Okay,
become a
thank you
hero.
very much for your
It just
service
seems
to
like a
the
little
country.
bit costly just to.
We ask that you uphold your highest behavior on the road. Good luck.
All right,
She,
but just in case,
steps
you know,
back
like
and
if we
closes
have
the
any
door.
expenses, I assume that we can keep our receipts and you'll reimburse
Can
us.
I like pick him up and bring him with us?
She closes her door.
All right, team.
We have our head.
Like I said, we need a name for our team. I don't want to keep calling it
Bucky
team.
and the Big Boys.
That's it. Let's go.
I'm
I like it.
I'm like 3 foot tall.
Big Boys.
What about me?
Can I start
You'll
walking
fit.
Scrack.
away
Yeah,
or
same.
me.
without any
I haven't
real
talked too
conclusion
much
about where we're
today.
going?
Sure.
I haven't talked too much except earlier when
I
you
try to
didn't hear me
steer
talking.
you in, I
but
guess, whatever direction we can find some transportation.
we should probably stock up on supplies or something first too.
I assume we have that.
We've got some stuff.
I mean,
I have rations.
sure.
We've got.
A rabbit's foot.
Okay.
You would all have a few
I've got all I need.
starting rations and things like that.
Would I know how far of a?
Sparks.
This is me. This is not me. This is me talking out of character. I just wanted to talk like that. But I know how far of a trip it was to get to the landing zone from here.
More or less.
I mean, I don't know exactly where we're going, but
Yeah, you would know it'd probably be a couple days journey
think
by
it'll be-
coach and probably 4 or 5 days walking.
I think it'll be about a couple days travel if we take a cart, and maybe like 4 or so days for walking.
I don't have any money left. And I don't think you have any money left either, Bucky.
I
I didn't
have.
have any money to start.
Yeah.
I brought 10 gold.
I think this might be a walk.
I fear if we risk commandeering a carriage right now, we might risk running a sire with the guild.
Oh, you meant stealing one. I think we should walk.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Well, we need at least 8 days worth of food then, unless we plan on hunting.
Or fishing.
I have rations.
I have fishing supplies.
I'm not sure we'll pass any. I'm not as familiar with the local topography. Sorry, the local land as. The local non-sea that we're on. And I'm not sure if.
We'll need to bring oranges.
Aye, he's right.
No scurvy.
Yeah, you don't want to get that.
That's when you're on the,
Friend of mine
when you're on
named-
the sea.
Named
We won't be on the sea.
Brutus. That's some
Disease
got
scarf.
everyone
We're getting
on that.
bogged
I have a
down
good
with
story
details.
about a Brutus. but
Okay, everyone
remind
stop.
me
Everyone
later.
stop. Everyone, please, I can't take it anymore.
He killed someone.
I think we should just go.
And
I think we should
figure it
just
out.
go.
Aye.
By the way, when you were in the lounge, like I said, there was lots of other groups around there. You did see, like, there was a
Oh,
few.
right, I want to talk to the copper dudes.
There are a few maps on the walls, and there were like just people with their own maps just looking around. So you would be able to acquire a map if you wanted to get a more accurate estimate of how far things are.
Yeah, I'll go get him.
Go for a map.
You could see a map. If you
I'm in favor of
might
someone
not
in here
just
having
wanna
a
be-
map.
Can we get one from the gear guy?
You might be able to buy one.
How cheap would a map be?
So you go into the. You're going to the general store area.
Yeah, and I bring Sparks.
Okay. You're going along.
To get this map?
Yeah,
I know about maps.
yeah, that's what I brought.
I'm proficient in maps.
I guess we're also tagging along.
Sure.
I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me and my
You go to the general
godchild.
store. There's a dwarven
Adopted
man standing behind the bar
Okay.
gonna be my
bar
goddad.
area.
You're gonna have to change your
Um,
name though.
She's like, how can I be of
Everyone
service?
in my family is.
Yeah, we're looking for a map.
name.
Map.
Can't do
Yes, I have a few available.
Remember where this map is to?
How?
Should be just like of Montenegro.
That's great.
Yes,
And
right. If you're looking for
horrible.
anything specific of country map, city maps,
That's
geographical.
I'm trying to get to the landing zone from here.
If you ever come and visit
I
my
mean, do you
family,
just need directions,
yeah,
or are
I
you
might have
looking?
to go
Something
under
that we
a
can see
pseudonym.
sprawled out
Yeah,
before us in a
background.
visual fashion.
I do.
Okay. I don't have a whole lot of detailed maps. I'm sure there's maybe some cartographers.
You can find
that you could-
just go one size up. Like,
Yeah,
is that within the
If you
country?
just want a general map of the country, I can
sure.
sell you one of those for just a gold.
Aye.
Look at Sparks.
I give you a little bit of a look. It's not dirty, but it is like a little disdainful. It's just like I feel like I'm being robbed and I'm a
Right.
pirate,
Yeah.
and I'm just letting you know that I feel that way.
I understand.
All that is carried in my expression.
I
I reluctantly and slowly and somewhat agitatedly reach into my pouch and pull out a single gold and hand it over.
He's kind of thick though.
I thought I just dropped this in the Discord.
Probably. Hot. I don't know.
yeah.
Actually,
if
I had
I
a-
was a rogue, I'd help you out. But I am a druid, and I could do none of those cool things.
Oh, you're a druid.
Dang it,
I
still
somehow
can't
missed
down.
I
Okay,
didn't know what you were.
Yeah, I'm a druid.
Oh, okay, sure.
here's your map.
Wow.
You didn't
I think this cartographer is not a professional.
And he just kind of points out, like, the landing zone is that little area that's blocks in the middle.
Yeah, but where are we?
You are up here where these two rivers cross.
So we might be able to just follow the river.
with a boat.
Well, we have the map now, so presumably we can navigate
Oh,
there.
I'm hearing that. I'm hearing what he just said.
We don't have a boat.
That was Sparks talking.
Build
I'm hearing what he
a
just said.
I'm
It could suddenly
proficient
very
in
happy.
boats.
We don't have one. We're broke.
Right,
We can build one.
you realize, okay, here, I
To be
might
fair,
have
you
left
did
out
see,
an
like, more
important.
detailed maps than these, but that's
I might have
what
left
he
out
has.
an important piece of information, although I think it was kind of just
I'll post that in
applied.
Discord later or something.
Was other people are also actually I did say this. Other people are also doing this quest at the same time.
Oh shoot, that's what we should have asked Lyra.
More
I go knock on
friends.
Lyra's door.
If they finish
knock
before
on
we
Lyra's
get
door?
there,
Yes.
then we don't
Lyra,
make
who
any
else is
money.
going after the kobolds?
I don't know. A copper group, I believe.
Maybe two
Anybody-
copper groups and two.
the dots that are copper are labeled with like a
A specific.
yeah, it's a number from that list.
Do you know which groups they are?
It would say C. It's 12, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Silent bards.
Floating courage,
they're missing.
and
Yeah.
is there any other? How many copper?
Silent bards and floating courage are the only ones with C12.
Okay.
So, are either of these groups here? Did they leave recently, or have they already been dispatched?
Floating courage hasn't actually been heard from in a few days.
It's just what I was
We've
talking
marked them
to
as
Phelan
actually in about a little over a week. Yeah, because they're marked as missing.
Gosh dang.
I feel pretty non-concerned about silent bards, though.
And
Don't do much.
rookie group was
They can't even
rookie,
talk.
who was missing on this mission as well. Couldn't even take down.
Yes, a couple groups have gone missing.
This is just one dude. One dude tried to go fight all these kobolds. That sucks for him.
Good joke. That's a
And
good
two dudes went to go fight them as well and are missing. So
Remember,
got a lot of missing people on this kobold.
hey Mal, remember this was your idea. I wanted to fight wolves, for the record.
And I thought that would be.
I mean,
this is exactly what I was talking to Phelan about.
Anything else you need from me?
Yeah, I'm sorry to take up your time, Lyra. You can
Thank you.
please get back to work.
Is your name spelled with an I or a Y?
Why?
Do you get that a lot?
Yes.
I'm sure she's very busy.
Well, my name's Finric.
Fenric, I'm sure she's very
Got it,
busy.
thank
it's
you.
spelled with an I.
She closed
In
her
the
door.
book. Oh.
We'll keep our receipts.
you need to be compensated for food.
Alright, we gonna start walking?
I hope if we go to like a tavern,
Yeah.
you ask like,
Oh, I'm
can I
totally-
can I
100%
get,
going to.
I need receipts from this.
100% going to.
They don't have receipts.
They better just sign it on a piece of
On a
paper.
piece of paper?
Yeah, totally. They don't have
You
cash.
pull out a notebook and you're like,
Yeah.
I need you to sign this.
They have like ledgers and stuff.
yeah.
They
They rip out a
something,
ledger
right?
page for you.
Yeah, they could do something.
So we're ready to start walking?
Is this how this session you planned on going, where we did nothing?
I planned on us having a little bit more time to actually finish up, but
Because we have
Or-
like what 30 minutes.
I think we probably need to call it here.
Yeah.
If there's anything else you want to do before you take off, we can do that. But
So we level up to 2 though, right?
yeah, you're level 7 actually.
Dude.
Oh.
Nice.
Orientation.
So I guess we just
man.
walk.
It is tough. That was a lot of work.
Are we actually at level 2?
No.
No.
We haven't done
We've
that.
done literally nothing.
Yeah, we've decided what we're gonna do.
In fairness, I had to try to convince you to not go get
As our
killed.
adventurers think about how
I went all
they
the way
want
over
to
there.
proceed
Wow,
with their
thank
mission, this session comes to an end. Perhaps next time they will prove themselves as heroes, or perhaps they will be overcome by their adversaries.
Probably.
But as for now, a clock ticks.
Wow. We don't care much about the timeline.
Is that what the clock is?
I don't know. You know.